Hello and welcome to Talking About Success. I'm your host, Jack Canfield, America's #1 success coach, chairman of the Canfield Training Group, and best-selling author, Chicken Soup for the Soul, the success principles, how to get from where you are to where you want to be. And I have a great guest today, Jaime B. Haas. She is a transformational guide who has come up with a proven method to help people transform their lives and live the lives they truly want to live and the lives they were meant to live. So welcome to the show, Jaime. Thank you very much for joining me.
Hi, Jack. Thank you so much for having me.
My pleasure. So let's just start by telling us a little bit about what it is you do.
So what I do is I have a method and I have a workbook. And I help people get to the root of their pain that has caused limiting beliefs and negative thinking and behavior patterns. In uncovering all of this, I help them to see their truth in order to get solutions so they can get lasting change. My method goes deep. It is a methodical, practical process. I go layer by layer with you to discover the thinking and behaviors that are so subconscious that without guidance, you wouldn't even be able to discover them. Together, we uncover the patterns that are keeping you stuck. I then give you solutions so you're immediately into change from the very first session.
Wow, that's very clear. So what inspired you? How did you get from whatever you were doing to come up with this incredible system?
So what inspired me was that I had turned 40 and my life was not where I wanted it or thought it would be. I had done so much work on myself, and after all the work of years of therapy, decade of 12 steps, psychics, healers, self-help books, and yet here I was again ending another unhealthy abusive relationship and in another dead-end unhealthy job. I felt stuck with no hope, and I felt like giving up. Because after all the work I had done, I was still hitting the same walls. But I just knew deep down that there was something inside of me, that there was more for me in this life, and I was simply unwilling to accept that this was my fate.
So how did you move from that decision to actually creating this system?
No external forces were going to solve this problem and take away the pain. I was really good at manifesting and bringing things in, but in the end, I would always end up broke, alone, and unfulfilled. It was clear to me that the issue was inside of me, so I decided to go on a quest, deeper than ever before, to get to the root cause, to change my life, and that's exactly what I did. Through an assorted sundry of modalities, I concocted my secret sauce. And it worked. So what happened was that I had a complete internal shift. I was coming at the world in a new way. I saw myself in a new way. I tapped into my authentic self. I really love myself. I'm comfortable in my skin. I have a real connection with God. I lost my anger and hate towards men, which was huge.
I'm grateful for that.
And then, I started coming at the world in a new way to be of service in a kind and loving way. And I am happy and fulfilled. So my old way of being completely ended. And then, from that place, I brought in my true love. And I got married for the first time at 44.
Oh, really?
I got pregnant at 45 by surprise, and I now have a healthy, beautiful son.
Good for you.
We bought a dream home in Los Angeles, and at 46, I started this new career from nothing. And after 4 years, only by word of mouth, it is thriving and successful, and I'm helping a lot of people.
So tell me about this process you created. You say it's different, it works, it's foolproof, it's proven. Share a little bit about that with us.
So the reason why what I do is different is because I take you back to mom and dad and any other qualifying people to find the pain that has caused you to create certain thinking and behaviors. Based on that pain, I can show you exactly how you're still playing it out today. It is from this place that everything changes. Because not only do we get the patterns and reprogram and change behaviors and thinking, but one of the greatest gifts is that you heal permanently from the person that has caused you pain. Once we complete the healing process, I then take you on a manifesting journey, which is aligned with my method, so you can bring in your heart's desires with staying power. It is in the healing process that gives you the gift to manifest free from your past.
So that sounds really good. That's really, truly amazing. So do you have any stories you could tell about some clients you've worked with and like maybe some of the amazing results you've gotten?
I do. I'd love to share.
Good.
So I have one client transformation of a gentleman in his early 60s who came to me in a lot of pain. He had a long career in the entertainment industry and he had experienced success. Yet by the time he got to me, he was discouraged, his spirit was broken, and he was struggling financially. He'd gone through divorce and all of his romantic relationships were continually unfulfilling. So through doing the work, it became clear that he was a people pleaser, he had low self-esteem, and he was a doormat, among other things. So after working together for a year, it thrills me to share that he has recently worked on 2 of the biggest jobs of his career with even greater money and greater responsibility than ever before. He is confident. He stopped people pleasing. All of his relationships have healed. And even his relationship with his ex-wife has completely transformed from anger, hate, and venom on both sides to being able to sit together and discuss the kids in a loving way, communicating and negotiating with kindness. And the cherry on top is that he is now in an amazing, loving relationship with the woman of his dreams and pursuing even grander heart's desires.
That's great. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Do you have another story? That one's so good. I love it.
I do.
Okay, good.
So I have another client who came to me from her mother, who was my client. So she was 21 when we started, and she was in paralyzing fear around her health and had just ended a very abusive relationship. She had stopped pursuing her career and because she felt so trapped in this relationship and she felt so badly about herself. She had low self-worth. She had a hard time believing in herself. She was depressed and lost. So through the process, she got free of her issues with her health and is very healthy. She not only returned to her acting, but also began a musical career, and she is performed at all the venues we put on a list. She got a recording contract. She's healed relationships with family members. She is happy and fulfilled, and she's pursuing her dreams.
Good for you. It must be very fulfilling.
It really is. There's nothing more exciting than seeing my clients go from pain, suffering, no hope, to fulfilled, happy, joyful, and free.
I love it. Now, you said earlier before we came on air that most of your clients have come from word of mouth. I assume it's because what you do works so well that everyone's telling their friends to come see you. Is that correct?
It is.
Okay.
What happens is that they see the complete change in someone from the inside, and it exudes on the outside. And then they want some of that.
That's cool. Now, you didn't purposely set out to become a therapist, a counselor, a guru, a coach, whatever. It just kind of fell in, well, I don't know if fell in your lap's the right term, but basically out of your own experience, you discovered something that worked for you and you decided to share that with others. Is that correct, if I say that? And that your life has become pretty extraordinary as well. Is that true?
That's true.
Talk about your life now. How's your life different?
Well, I'm 50. I have a 5-year-old.
That's impressive.
No,
You talked about that,
it is. You know, I never in a million years saw myself doing this. You know, however, when I look back, I now see that all the pain and struggle and determination for a better life has brought me to here. You know, I was just trying to get happy and get a fulfilling life. And when I did, the results were so beyond what I could imagine that people that knew me were drawn in and they wanted to know what I did. You know, my life today is devoted to helping others get through the pain that I experienced because I am now on the other side and my life is a testament to what I teach, that I can really help people get there through this method, and through the process, their entire lives change. And that is the most fulfilling thing to me, to watch them go there and have this incredibly different life and be the best person that they can be and to bring in their dreams.
Beautiful. Now we're kind of running out of time. You've got about 100,000 people out there or more watching this. Maybe over time it'll be millions, who knows. If you had one message that you could basically share with everyone right now, what would that message be?
If you are stuck and you feel like you've done everything and you are still hitting the same walls, I want you to know that there is a way out. What I do is not a quick fix. It is a thorough process, and it takes time, and it is work. But when you're done, you can't believe how good it can get.
Beautiful, beautiful. Suffering is optional.
Suffering is optional, that's right.
I love it, I love it, I love it. So if someone wants to work with you, where do they go? How do they find you?
So if you want to learn more about me and my method, you can go to www.jaimebhaas.com. That's JAIMEBHAAS.com. I have free resources for you there to get a taste of what I'm doing and to dive right in.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, I wish we had more time. You're fascinating. I love your energy. You are bubbly, ebullient. I mean, you'd be fun to work with, I'm sure. All right, so if you want to not be living the rest of your life in the pain that we're talking about here, and you want a system that works, and you heard some of the stories she talked about with her clients, I really encourage you to go to her website, find out more about her, contact her, take advantage of what she has to offer you. And so again, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
you for coming. And for the rest of you, I want you to come back next week. We'll have another great guest to help you take your life to the next level, where we'll be talking about success. Until then, have fun, enjoy yourself, take a risk or two. See you next week.